Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Nelly, and I'm an indie author, a realtor, and an up-and-coming Pilates instructor. And this is a weekend of my life. Happy Saturday! It is currently day 9, I believe, of 75 hard. I'm finishing up my reading, and I'm gonna do some writing, and I'm gonna do some videos, and I'll have that done. But I'm currently at the office. I'm at my real estate office. There's no one else here. Yeah, but then I'm gonna do some stuff for real estate, and then I have an open house tomorrow, so I'm gonna prepare for that. And I'm gonna do some reading for Pilates and some practicing for Pilates. But happy Saturday. I'm home. Just made a cup of coffee. And we're just gonna go over everything I did at the office, because right after I finished reading my book, people started showing up, so I was like, I can't film anymore. So we're just gonna go over it here. Also, this sun. All right, first thing I did was, oh, that's the wrong book, but I finished Murder at the Modern Library by Andre Penrose, which is book 7 in the Rex Furness Sloan series. I love that series. I will be reading book 8 in like a month or two, because book 9 comes out in September. So I will just catch up in the next few months and then finish off the series. Right now I have Blaze of Memory by nelly.alikyan, which is book 7 in the Side Changeling series, because I think I'm gonna read this next. Anyway, I did that. And then I was gonna start writing, but I didn't really feel like it. So instead I picked up my Pilates book, and I had like 130 pages, 120 pages of this left to read. So I did that. I finished it, which, I mean, it's not that hard because some of the pages are like really easy. It's not that much. And then the end pages were a little bit more. But I finished this. So I did get 2 books on my Goodreads today. But in terms of Pilates, I did this because I need to study more of the anatomy section. And then I have, hold on, you don't even know where it's from, but I have my Pilates certification book, which goes over the anatomy section a little bit. So like anatomy, and then it has like just different mat moves. And then I'm not gonna get my mat certification for a few months because I missed the class portion of that, so I'm gonna take it in July/August. But the reformer I've done, so reformer I can get certified in like next week. And then we have the reformer section. I'm waiting for my studio, my brother's studio, to, it's now pretty much done. Like the flooring was just put in. So we have the machines at the studio, they're just not built out. Like they're not out of the boxes and built and stuff. So I'm waiting for that to happen. Hopefully this next few days, so that I can go and spend like the whole day there. Because the reformers we have are 3 springed. So it's like 1 level spring, 2 level spring, 3 level spring, I believe. So I'm like, I don't know what these, like which springs to use and stuff. To be fair, for the certification test out, I'm gonna be using the Matthew machines because I'm doing the test at the studio I'm getting this from. So I really need to know their springs, but for teaching purposes, I need to know our springs. But yeah, now that I finished this and I've got some idea of like what this is said, I'll keep going back to it for certain things. I'm gonna go through the anatomy section of this and then go through the reformer section of this and be like really practicing each move and like make sure I know which ones are, because sometimes I get confused. I'm like, knee stretch compared to long stretch, like let me just remember what those are. Some of them are really easy, like elephant I love, it's a great stretch. But yeah, stuff like that. And then I grabbed my iPad and I wrote, essentially just finished scenes that I hadn't finished before. So I did 445 words for chapter 16. I basically just finished the scene that I had left blank like last week. And then I did 739 words for a scene in chapter 31, which again I had started and never finished. And then those 2 were like complete writes, like they were brand new scenes that I was just finishing. And then for chapter 24, I started editing a scene. So I edited 185 words into 315 words. And by then we were past my word count for the day. So I was like, I think we can knock this out for today. So we hit 1,499 words. So that puts the reading and the writing done for my 75-day hard. I keep track of my sales. Like that is something I always have to, like, even if I keep track of the day, I have to check at night to get the final sale count. And really it's mostly for Amazon because Draft to Digital is pretty much late most of the time, and Find Away Voices is late 100% of the time. You won't know your sales for Find Away Voices until a month or 2 months after. Like, it doesn't tell you. So, and I don't get any sales on Ingram, so I don't need to worry about that. So the final thing I have left there is posts. So I've done my short, my reel, and my pin. I need to do my TikToks. But today I was watching a video and she was like, oh, instead of, because when you post your reel, it posts directly to your Facebook as well. Like, it has that option. But she was saying, oh, instead of doing that, just actually go onto your Facebook and post directly to that Facebook. And she said it was working there. To be fair, one of her books specifically is a little bit more for an older audience, which TikTok tends to be a little bit of a younger audience. So that might work out in that favor. I don't know where mine would. I think mine does a little bit better with younger audience, but I may be wrong. So I might go onto my Facebook. That's linked to my Instagram account and try it. We'll see. I don't know if I'll do that today, but I might try that. Anyway, those are the things I did today. I was supposed to also be working on my languages. These are my language books. This one is French, and it's basically when I did the Lingoda French challenge thing. This is what I used, and then I stopped doing Lingoda after the challenge, and then I stopped studying French, and that was like a year ago. But this is my French book for whenever I want to study French. I just use this, so it's been a while. And then this is my Russian book, which I did none of that. This was just going to be self-practice. So I've done 1 page. That's, oh, you can't see it. That's pretty much all I have of the alphabet and some words. And then 2 days ago at the office, I just had this on me. So I started again and I haven't continued. And then with that, I'm using Russian short stories. I literally, to start again, I went onto the first short story here. And I copied it in Russian so I can learn how to read mostly. And then I translated it to English so I knew what it was saying. So I have an idea. It says, "Ya I moja žena veste už 30 let." Basically, it says me and my wife have been together for 30 years. Basically what it says. I did memorize that, but some of the words I do know. Yeah. I have not done that yet today. Other things I've done, for real estate, when I was at the office, I was gonna do like CMAs and stuff, and then I just didn't because I did other stuff. And then my mom picked me up, so whatever. But I do have my flyers for tomorrow's open house. I have my signs. I need to get ready. But yeah, it was a very productive day. Also, this is gonna be kind of nasty, but I'm gonna show you anyway. Almost a week ago, it was like a few days ago, my sister-in-law waxed my arms. I knew I had an allergic reaction, okay? It's just I haven't waxed in like 12 years, so it's like, maybe I don't anymore. Also, I've never waxed my arms. So, I knew there was a possibility of a reaction. And on this arm and the top half of this arm, we put something on beforehand, and then we forgot on the bottom half, but then I remembered after the first wax, but then it waxed better without that stuff on, so I was like, oh, let's just not do it. I'm guessing on this arm, the part that got infected or whatever, that the reaction, we maybe missed when we were putting on that stuff prior, because we got, look at that, yeah. It's huge. And then this arm, it does hurt, in case you're wondering. It locally just feels like they're bruised, like really bad bruises, but it does hurt. This arm, we have that one right there. Can you see it? Right there. And then turn it around, you have that one. That one doesn't have a white head on top of it, but that one. And then I can't know how to show you that one. So you got that, and that. Yeah. And they showed her. I tried popping them the first day they started popping up. Wasn't working. And then I tried again the next day and it wasn't working. So it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave them alone. I'm gonna let them come up and then die down on their own. My mom saw them. She was like, oh, we should pop them tonight. I was like, I think we're just gonna let them die on their own. Because also it kind of hurts. So I just showered and didn't just cut myself. I took off a chunk of skin. So that was lovely. My open house is from 2 to 5 today. It is exactly 2 now. We got here like 1:30, but I got here with my mom, my nephew, and my nephew loved the place. Okay, he would not stop running around and enjoying himself and turning on all the lights, which we had to do, so I was just letting him do that. But it's such a nice place. It's also my first house. All right, before people start coming, I'm gonna show you where you're on 0.5 again. Front door, bathroom. Us. Then we got a little closet space right there. And the living space with those twilight doors. Oh, how beautiful. Fireplace. You got the kitchen. My mom really loved the kitchen. And I really like the kitchen too. Into dining room. Into just all, my nephew loved that. But that wraps around until here. Outdoor space, outdoor space, outdoor space. It literally wraps over all the way around. Outdoor space. Then you go on down to all the bedrooms. This is where you can put in your washer dryer. It's empty right now. You got bedroom 1 with more outdoor space and the full bathroom. And then a walk-in closet. I actually think that goes all the way. Yeah. Then you turn around and you've got storage here. My nephew wanted to jump in here. You got a bedroom here. With another bathroom. Closets. Got a bathroom here. Got a bedroom here. And this they have as an office right now, but it can also be another bedroom. With ample closet space. It's literally so serene in here. Like, I can imagine myself waking up and coming out here to this island. Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm a kitchen person, so I'm a big island person. So I'm just loving this. A quick OOTD, I'm wearing this dress from Gap. My YSL espadrilles, and I have a bandage on my cut that apparently is bleeding through, so I'll deal with that later. Also, this one popped, it's bleeding a little bit now. This one popped, but these two are just getting hard, and this one's just getting hard. So. It's a couple hours later. We've had a few people start coming. They started coming at 3:30 though, so I was here alone for an hour and a half. And then one of the agents selling the house came, so she kept me company for a while. My sister and her friends came. They really liked it. But yeah, it's like 4:20 now, so we'll see if anybody else comes. But not a bad day. I put on a sweater because it's a little chilly and all of these are open. I've gotten about 460 words of my 1,300 done so far. I did it before people started showing up. And it's pretty much all edits today for the most part. So I should be able to get 1,300 with just edits, but we'll see. And there's no service in here, so I can't do any of my posts. So I'll do that later. I'll do my reading later. So yeah, 75 hard isn't going quite well just yet. And I'm pretty sure after this I'm going to the Pilates studio, so I won't really be doing anything until much later. But I have about 30 to 45 minutes here. So I figure I'm gonna try to knock out the words. I'm also peckish and all I have is just cookies. So I'm scared if I eat this, I'm just gonna get really hungry.